Here's the Spiral 5 feedback video for the section that you guys just took. First off, we've got the transformation section, and I've got to figure out what's going on here. If I've got x plus 2 and minus 2 on the outside, we need to understand that x plus 2, first of all, it's horizontal. Second of all, it goes in the opposite direction of what we're talking about, so this is going to be left, underline that, 1. Figures I'll make a 1 and have it look like a 2. The outside part we have to know means down 2. That means this whole graph has to go left 1 and down 2. That means that the point that's negative 4, negative 1 would then be negative 5, negative 3. 0, 3 would go left 1, down 2 and become negative 1, 1. 3, 0 would go left 1, down 2. And we're starting to make this curve look like this. 6, 3 would go left 1, down 2. And our graph would end up shaped like this. The slightly harder portion of this asks us to then write a rule for what's happening here. I'm going to write the words first. Horizontally, this graph is just shifted. It's going to be, looks like 3 units to the right. I can tell because that x goes from 0 to 3. This x goes from 2 to 5, and this x goes from 3 to 6. So I'm going to start off with a right 3 rule. I also know that that means that this is going to be an x minus 3 inside the parentheses. I can also see that there's been a vertical flip, but not just a vertical flip. These points are going from 1 to negative 2, from 1 to negative 2, and from 3 to negative 6. In each of those cases, we're multiplying the points by negative 2. Because of that, I'm going to do this as a negative 2 as a multiplier out front. That'll actually take everything that we had to do for this problem and put it all into one place. For number 11, we're trying to write the equation of the parabola using vertex form. People seem to get caught up with the a's and the k's and the n's. Really what I'm looking for is you to identify the vertex as 5, 2, and this would be x minus 5 squared and plus 2. And that this is now a negative parabola that goes down 1 each time. So negative 1 times the quantity x minus 5 squared plus 2. For number 12, you need to find the vertex, which is going to be at negative 3, negative 2. And from there, identify that this is an upside down v for absolute value, going down 2 on both sides. So it's going to look something like this. For number 13, the y-intercept represents the height of the tower or of Dr. Colombino throwing this pumpkin. How long did it take the pumpkin to hit the ground? I'm going to look at my graph and identify the 0. That's an x-intercept question. 4.472 seconds. I call that an x-intercept. How high was the pumpkin after 1 second? I can't really see based on the graph, so I have to use the equation here. I'm going to plug in 1 and get negative 5 times 1 squared plus 100. Negative 5 plus 100 would be 95 meters.